why I love doing this channel, to help educate everybody out there, because these apps are going to do whatever is best for them. But you're an independent contractor, guys. You have to do what's best for you and your pocket. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Cheyenne, and tonight we are on Uber everywhere, just like Moto said. Uber everywhere, okay? Because Uber has a quest going on right now. There is a $5 for every order and a $10 for every order. So I'm assuming, if my math is right, that means $15 for every single order. So just now before I left the house, I did something that I've never done before. I started up Uber first, and we got an order. First we got an order, it was too far, I wasn't doing it. The rules for tonight. I kind of want to tell myself no tip orders are not happening, but I believe this $3.50 order is a no tip and it just bounced around, so Uber bumped it up a little bit. Or the customer tipped 50 cents, one out the two, I don't know, because my base pay is $3. Then the next one was an add-on. I don't even remember how much it was, but it was an additional 8 minutes. So I'm assuming that would be 2 of my orders for my quest, so that would be $30 plus whatever they showed that I was getting for it. I'm down for it. If I'm wrong and my calculation is wrong, or I understood this wrong, once I finish these 2 orders, I have no issues with reevaluating my game plan for tonight. But for now, the game plan is Uber takes priority over the other apps. It has to make sense. I'm not gonna be doing no, like, you know, 20 kilometers for $10. Really? You didn't have to do that, Mr. Corvette. I'm not going to be doing 20 kilometers for $10 just because I know that I'm going to be getting more money afterwards. It still has to make sense. If it's a low paying order, it has to be within, like, not even a 5-kilometer radius, and then I'll do it. So let's go see if I'm right with these calculations, because if I am, we are making money this week with Uber. Yeah, baby. This is going to be the moment of truth, where we're going to check to see if I got the quest or not. I don't know what's taking it so long to pop in. Change plans. Okay, so I did those 2 orders and they did not count towards my quest. Whatever, it's fine. My bad. So what I'm doing now is I'm driving to the West Island. It's when I say in my videos that I'm going to the next area, or Point Claire, Kirkland, whatever, that's where I'm driving to right now. So it is like a 13 to 15 minute drive over there, but then I'll be on the island and I'll do 1 Uber order to see if it counts towards the quest or not. DoorDash, I was able to pick up a schedule over there, and it's now 8:49, so it doesn't bother me as much because my restaurants close by like 10 o'clock. It's like dead in my area, so it's totally fine that I'm going over here. Restaurants close a lot later. It's a lot busier in this area as well. You do drive more though, so I have to be careful for that. Skip, I did have a shift in my area, but while it was on, I did not get not 1 order, so I'm not gonna stay in my area just potentially to have Skip. Like, no, I'm not doing that when I can get a really good quest in the West Island. So I'm gonna go over there, do 1 order, test it out, make sure that I'm getting my quests over there, and if I am, then that's where I'm going to be for the rest of the week. I was just at McDonald's waiting for an order. This McDonald's, they're really busy, but like the managers are mean. Like, one guy, he was asking, you know, how long would it take? That's all he wanted to know, and the manager was completely disregarding him. I get it, they're busy, but anywho. And when we were waiting, there were 2 other drivers that were there, and I was like, oh, do you have the big Uber order? He said yes. I'm like, okay, so you're after mine. And then I was telling the other guy, I'm like, you have the DoorDash? And he said yes. And I'm like, okay, so then you're after his Uber. His Uber is a really big one, so yours is gonna take long. When you come into McDonald's, you can look at the screen to see, you know, where you are positioned based on the other orders. And then one driver was telling me, you know, today, because Uber came out with your acceptance rate on the screen now. So as you see, my acceptance rate with Uber is 12%. I always wondered what my acceptance rate was, but it's 12%. I'm proud of that, completely proud of that. DoorDash, I'm about, I don't even remember what I'm at right now, but Very proud of that, because that means that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to make sure that I'm making as much money for myself as possible. So anywho, so he's like, as of today, you know, every time that you decline an order or cancel an order, they're gonna do you 1%. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, and that's not good, because after a while they're gonna get rid of you. Dude,
that is so false.
And this is the thing that all of these apps are banking on, that people are going to see these numbers and get afraid, and now they're going to start taking all of these horrible orders that normally they wouldn't have taken. We can't. We're an independent contractor, guys. We're allowed to select whichever order that we want. I'm not saying accept the order, pick it up, and then drop it. Nah, that's not good. Don't be doing that. With Uber, you can accept the order. You can even cancel the order before you reach to the restaurant. They tell you that specifically. DoorDash, you accept the order, you got to complete that order. If you want to decline, if you want to cancel the order, you do have a certain threshold before you can lose your contract. That is stated in your contract. SkipTheDishes, you can accept the order, you can ask to be unassigned from the order. With all of these apps, you do have a certain leeway. Uber is the only one that's like super free and like, yeah, accept the order, sure. Cancel it before you get there. I've done that many times. You've seen this on this channel many times. So shout out to Arthur. He is a new driver with DoorDash. Today is his first day, and I had to let him know you can decline orders, multi-app, take what makes sense for you. I told him about the channel. I said, find me on YouTube. He wrote down my name. Hopefully he's gonna find me on YouTube. Arthur, if you're watching this, shout out to you, because this is why I love doing this channel, to help educate everybody out there, because these apps are gonna do whatever is best for them. But you're an independent contractor, guys. You have to do what's best for you and your pockets. That's what you need to do. So I'm about to drop off this order. Hopefully this falls into one of the quests that I'm supposed to be reaching for, because if not, then yeah, I'm about to be really picky with my Uber orders tonight.
I suggest you reevaluate your methods.
Well, I guess the joke's on me. I guess when Uber says Montreal, they really mean Montreal, like that tiny area. Because in my area, the orders didn't count for the quest. In this area, they're not counting for the quest. So I'll be sticking to my area this week. Let's just stay here because they're always busy. One thing with when I was at McDonald's, the gentleman that was telling me, you know, as of today, they're gonna ding you 1% and then you can lose your account. And I was like, you can't lose your account for that. And he's like, I have 22,000 deliveries. I'm at 89%, and I started freaking out. I know some people that lost their account because of it. I'm like, my acceptance rate is at 12. And he's like, oh, you're not worried? No, I'm not worried, because we're independent contractors. And you could tell that he didn't believe me. I'm like, read your contract if you don't believe me. But we're independent contractors. They're not going to let us go just because we decide not to pick up, not to choose an order. And I'm like, 22,000 deliveries, dude. You know how many no tips and super far distance and wear and tear that is on a vehicle? Like, I feel so bad. And I really hate that these companies make it seem like if we have to take all of these orders or else you're going to lose your contract. No. Like, I don't know if anybody actually reads these contracts. Like, I read my contract. Not like from beginning to end. But I read the most important parts of my contract. I just did, which is something else that I'm going to talk about on this channel, another gig type of work where it's on Freelancer. I guess I'll tell you guys that. It's on Freelancer. If you want to sign up to Freelancer, let me know so I can send you my referral link. Anyways, you know how it works, right? Anything here, if you want to know about it, shoot me an email. I'll send you a referral link, and then we can both, be good. But anyways, I've been on that site for years, and I never, ever applied on a job because it's, yeah, anyways, I'll talk about that when I talk about my Freelancer post. However, there was one, it fell into my lap. It was match made in heaven. Someone was doing a study on gig platforms, and I had to pretty much look into all of these companies and answer some questions. One of the questions was about if you can lose your contract based on certain ratings? Who looked at our TOS to be able to answer that correctly? This girl. So I know what I'm talking about with these companies that we are with. You're not going to lose your contract because your acceptance rate is low. I'm not talking about completion rate. I'm not talking about customer ratings. Those are completely different things. But acceptance rate, you're not going to lose your contract if it's too low. Look at your terms of service. We're independent contractor, guys. Right, done. Okay, so it seems that I'm not the only one that the Uber requests are not showing up. I just went into my Facebook group and there are quite a few people in my area complaining about the fact that the requests aren't populating once they complete their orders. One person said that they were online with support for 30 minutes. Another person said that support gave them like 25 or 30 bucks after complaining for a bit because they couldn't give them an answer. Another person said that they call them every single day and they have screenshots of their orders and screenshots of the quests, and then they were able to be paid that way, but they manually added it and they only added the $10 one, not the 10 and the 5. So I don't know, I'm gonna call now and see what they say and keep you guys updated.
A few minutes later,
I just hung up with Uber support and supposedly she knew exactly what I was talking about. She said that there's a bug in the system right now and that I have until midnight to continue with my quest, and I should be able to see the amount within 24 hours. If I don't see the amount within 24 hours, then I can contact them back. But she said I will be getting it. So I'm going to keep an eye on my Uber app tomorrow and see if I get those amounts for the quests. Overall, I'm happy with the night. Like the orders were paying fairly well. Like I got some hidden tips on Uber orders, so that's a good thing. And now I'm on my way home. It is 11:30. It's a little later than I wanted it to be, but whatever. We'll see if I get those quests, because if I did, that would be awesome. So I hope you enjoyed the video tonight. Do remember, you are an independent contractor. You do not have a job with these gig apps. You are a partner with these gig apps, and you can decide what orders you're going to accept and what orders you're going to decline. Once you've accepted them, you do need to be a little bit more picky, and you know, if the wait is long, depending on how many you've already canceled, you might have to tough it out. But overall, when it comes to acceptance, you can accept however many or however little orders you want. Remember that. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.